Same thing with the sheepskin. I mean, it's excess skin that you're being, using. I mean, I don't really wear leather anyways,
Okay.
but to me, that's how I see it as.
Oh, okay. It makes sense.
You're not killing an animal to get leather.
Right.
So.
And do you use honey?
It's a byproduct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you use honey? Malab, you use that for...
I've been using, and especially I've used it on the kids because it has very medicinal, in our culture too. It's, not even culture, in history, that it's very medicinal. So, for colds and, as I use it as a sugar substitute, but I will use honey. Okay. I refuse to give honey up.
Okay, it makes sense to me. And what is the most meaningful part of being a vegan to you?
Geez, these are tough questions. Meaningful, huh?
Yes. What do you like most? I mean, what do you look at and say, oh my God, I am really proud of myself for being a vegan because of this?
Oh, maybe I think honestly is the fact that I have to make an effort. I've always had to make an effort, especially after having kids, to cook. Fresh ingredients, organic, locally sourced, very aware of where the food comes from. And, to me, that's that part of that lifestyle I probably wouldn't have paid attention to if I didn't pay attention to what I'm putting in my body,
Yes, I completely agree with you. And okay, and how have you? I don't know if this happened to you, but have you seen any veganism change from ever since? I mean, from 15 years. Has it become more accessible to you?
Yes.
Is it more?
Oh my gosh! Yes, my husband has been vegetarian. Jeez, he's old. He's been a vegetarian since in his 20s, and he's in his 40s now.
Okay.
And he's just amazing. I mean, I remember there was nothing. It was really hard, I would just make veggies, or I'll make like rice or whatever, right? So, now it's like in abundance. It's everywhere. Like I don't even have to think twice about, I have to go to only one restaurant, or I couldn't really go anywhere much. I would go, but I wouldn't eat, or, I'll have to kind of like, no, it's okay. I won't eat anything, or I'll grab bread or something like that, right? But now it's like the choices are unlimited. It's amazing. It's insane, actually. It's like a big shift.
Okay, and is it more expensive? I mean, do you think being a vegan, is it more expensive? And since you just told me you mostly eat organic as well.
So here's the tough part. So when it comes to, there's, I don't want to say process. So there's like veggie meats and veggie burgers and those frozen box stuff. Those are not cheap, right? But if you're just simply making fresh, wholesome ingredients, and I'll go to our local market, to the farmer's market. I will get all my veggies and what I need for the week, and if I just make meals out of those, it costs nothing. Okay. But sometimes it's so nice to have the convenience of veggie sausage. Sorry, my son is just...
It's okay, no problem.
Not yet, it's loud. Veggie sausages or veggie burgers or veggie, frozen blah, blah. Those will cost the abundance. So it's a give and take. It depends on how you want to approach it, It can be, it used to be, I remember it used to be a little bit more expensive.
Yes.
But now it's like, okay, what do I need to get that's organic versus what do I not need to get organic? I don't need bananas to be organic because they have, I peel them, but something like strawberries or grapes.
So do you...
Can you hold on a sec? I'm sorry, 1 second.
Okay. Do your thing.
So sorry.
It's okay. So have you, this is, I know it's going to be a hard question, but have you ever impacted other people who wanted to become vegans?
Have I what? I'm sorry?
Do you have any impact on someone who wants to become a vegan?
I don't know. I think maybe, honestly, my mom is not vegan, but actually being aware of what she's eating and being a diabetic, telling her what she needs, showing her just by cooking wholesome food that doesn't require meat, or processed foods, stuff like that. I think that was the biggest impact.
Do you participate in any sort of activism? I mean, vegan activism. Are you in some sort of groups where they promote veganism? Do you even go to meetings? Do you, for example, Saturday, if you're going out with your kids, you would go to a vegan restaurant, for example, instead of any other restaurant and just eat something vegan?
Yeah, so no activism. but yeah, we go to quite a few vegan restaurants. Like, if it's just me, since it's only me, but we'll go once in a while. We'll go, or I'll go a lot of times with my friends, more so, because they'll want something with cheese on it, right? But there's actually really good few restaurants that we go to like once a month.
Okay.
Kids. Mm-hmm.
This is just a personal question, but I'm just wondering in my head. Is there any vegan cheese?
Yes. My God, yes. There's multiple. It's a trial and error on your taste palette, honestly, right? So there's actually multiple kinds. Mm-hmm. And some of them taste really disgusting. Some of them have been really good, but it's actually a trial and error of, like, you have to buy one, two, mm-hmm. And try them out.
Yes,
but a couple of them have been, like, the ones I used to way back 10 years ago, mm-hmm. they've been bought out by Kraft, I think, and I stopped using them because every time a big corporation buys them out,
yes,
they lose their quality, they become mass produced, and the ingredients are not the same anymore.
Okay, and do you have you ever tried their burgers, like the veggie burgers? Because I wonder how they taste like. Do they taste like meat?
I don't remember. I don't know, but you know what though? When my family comes to visit, mm-hmm. My smaller family, that's why I feed them, and they like it. And it depends on the brand.
Okay, do they tell the difference? I mean, do you if you don't tell them, for example, they know that's not chicken?
Yeah, so I remember like one Thanksgiving there was a family that made like a vegan Thanksgiving feast, and and it was like a tofurkey, mm-hmm. and actually most of the people who are meat eaters did not realize it was not turkey.
Okay,
I thought it was pretty funny, but that was one specific brand, so it's almost again trial and error to see. But the veggie burgers are really, really good, I think.
Okay. And you mentioned that you did this for health reasons. What, in your case, are the tangible health differences that you see in your life? Or even that of your children? I mean, well, they have been probably vegetarian for a longer period, for almost all their lives, right?
Yeah.
So it would be mostly you. Do you see what are the differences that you see now? Are you more active? Probably you don't have headaches anymore?
Yeah, so health-wise, I've been great. Mm-hmm. Alhamdulillah. More active. Active part can be tough too, mind you, because if you don't have, like, I work out a lot, mm-hmm. So again, protein is lacking. You have to make sure you supplement your protein. But yeah, active. Okay. I'm not as sick. Alertness. Okay. You don't feel that heavy icky feeling, mm-hmm. that kind of weighs you down and makes you like sleepy and tired. Right. Yeah, you don't get that at all.
Okay, and how? Let me put it this way. So what made your choices difficult? I mean, socially, you told me like you received some sort of social pressure, even though it did not affect you that much. How about economically or nutritionally? What were the barriers that you faced?
Economically, not really, nothing really, but, mm-hmm. What was it? Nutritionally was basically learning how to, make sure that you get your nutrients that you would get from red meat, and poultry, I don't know about poultry, but red meat, mm-hmm. Like the iron and the B and the protein, to try to get that, because it's available in legumes and, grains, but you just have to know how much you take in. Mm-hmm. So that's like a consistent battle, like a learning experience is how much you take in to make sure you supplement.
Sure. Is there, like, from your family, are you planning on making your children and your spouse vegan as well?
No, definitely. They like cheese too much. Yeah, and I'm not, like, my son, he tried meat for the first time this year, and he wanted to, and I was okay with that because, again, that's a choice, right? It's not mm-hmm. something it's